Hello. Basically, I just wanted to make a video of all the spots you can do with the Force of Nature on Sawmill, one of my favorite maps. I want to go over the basic jumps first, or the intermediate jumps first, and then I'll get into the harder ones. Force of Nature is a fun one, in my opinion. It's great for utility. Terrible damage, honestly, but if you get up on the face, you can do a whole 108 damage, and with a crit, it's 194, which is enough to almost one-shot a soldier, so I like it. So let's start with one of the easiest jumps. And that will probably be... Well, it's not really... I don't know if there's even a point talking about this one, but this one doesn't even require you to use the Force of Nature. It's just sort of here, this log right here. You can jump from any side if you time a double jump correctly. If you mess up, you can probably Force of Nature, but even then you just hit your head on one of these lamps here. So, it's a good jump. You can come here, some stupid pyro will walk through there. You come here, bop him, fall into the spike, and you'll laugh on them. It's very funny. Every time, trust me. Second is not very hard. This one actually requires the Force of Nature. This jump right here. You can do it like that, or you can do a double jump and get up here too. Except, in fact, you can just double jump up here. You don't even need the Force of Nature as well. But if you want it with style, you can get up here onto the top. But you can't really do that without the Force of Nature. But you can get up here without it. Then you can kind of crawl on the sides here. You know, on the behind the part too. So it's a very easy jump to get to. You can also pick out people from here. You can't throw the cleaver here though, because there's an invisible wall right there for some reason. But you can do it from over here. You just have to make sure you get past this barrier that's right in the middle. A pretty cool jump. There's another spot over here. You can stand on this fence here. Some idiot doesn't look up for a cleaver. Double tap him. Dead. You can jump up here too. People can see you a lot easier though, because, well, at least if they're walking that way, they'll probably have you in your peripheral vision. But, I mean, if they use 70 FOV, they might not. So, let's just hope they don't. You can get up here just by walking, jumping, because it doesn't... Yeah, you can walk up here, it just kind of blocks you. And then you can jump up here with another double jump. You don't need the Force of Nature. Just a bad example. I guess you can't really get that up there. You cannot get up here and then double jump up here. I don't know why you want to go here. This is more of an engineer spot. There's another spot here, but you can easily double jump to it. But if you want to be cool, just Force of Nature jump up there. You can get to there by jumping on here, or cleave on the guy that comes through. Cool spot. There's nothing to do with the waterfall in almost anything. There is one spot that you can basically get to as any class. You can hide in here. You're basically invisible apart from your legs. You can throw a cleaver at the guy healing. You won't know. And then when he finally dies, you'll see you in the rock and be like, whoa, what the fuck? Another easy spot right here. Just up here. You can stand on this, but you can't stand on the blue side. You can stand on the red side spot, but you can't stand on the blue side spot. Actually, I think you can. I don't really know. This one is actually Force of Nature jump, finally. You can jump here with the Force of Nature to gain a bit of height instead of walking up here or double jumping onto here and then double jumping up here. Except I am not a good example of showing that. I guess... Can you? Huh. I guess you can't. Well, I learned something today as well. Same goes for this side, except I don't think this fence is standable. But you can stand up here pretty easily. It's just, you know, people will see you. I don't think it's possible to get up here. No. Let me just check. There's this helpful thing that my friend showed me. My friend Hashtag, where you can put in r_, draw clip brushes, and you can see all the clip brushes in the game. It's maybe a pixel walk, but I really doubt it. Looks like you can get up there with a pixel walk, but I am not very good at doing pixel walks, so I probably won't bother. You can stand on this lamp post, get a nice aerial view of them, but that's about it on the red side. You can stand on the fence here if you wanted to. Doesn't really do much. You can actually go all the way to the other side, but then it will stop around here, where you'll fall off around here. But, if you wanted to stand up there you could. You could deal with a pesky spy that's trying to backstab you, but most classes could easily just shoot up there, especially with splash damage. On the fence part, at least. Demo men's probably have trouble getting you up there, but that's about it. So yeah, on the blue side of this roof, you can't really stand on it. No. It's not even a pixel walk. I'll show you on clip brushes. Completely off. Yeah. It does not exist, sadly. There's another jump here. If you wanted to stand on the saw, now you can. Even though you can stand on the saw, but I'll show you that later because it's kind of difficult to do. Just stand on this tree, get stuck on the tree as soldier, and gain momentum with the marker gunner. Actually, you can do that. If an idiot is stupid enough to walk over to here specifically, so they can get mark gunned, I'm sure you can get a funny kill if you do that. This fence does not work, sadly. Tried it before. You can stand up there, I'll show you that later. Alright, I guess I'll go to more of the intermediate ones. This is slightly intermediate. It's up there. Bit of a hard jump. Get up here, and then you can actually crawl up into here and gain a nice little spot where no one will basically check. You pick off here, hide in your pole hole, and then hide again. You can stand up there, right here, then you can go up a bit, up to here. Can't stand on that, that's hollow. You can jump to here. If you don't suck. Like me. Very cool spot I found as well is up there. Sure, quite a few people know about it, but I didn't really know about it. Don't know how I missed that, but I did. There we go. Seems like it's only the middle of it. On the red side you can stand on almost the whole thing, but I think this one goes a bit through, yeah. I'll show you on the red side. It works perfectly fine. You can walk around, you can gain as much space as you want. Right here. And that is hollow, sadly. Can't stand up here, there's an invisible wall here for some reason that I hate. Doesn't make any fucking sense why. Can't even stand on them there. But yeah, sucks. But you can stand up there, as you can see. There's a little bit of a blip there. For some reason that's not hollow. Everything else is hollow. I can show you. So you go straight through. But for this specific one, right here. Don't know why that's the case. It just kind of is. But cool spot nonetheless. You can also get up there on the red side. One way I like to do it is go into this spot up here, and go up here, and then you can just look here. Another great thing about this spot is that you can see the spawn room. Can't throw a cleaver in there, sadly, but you can see the spawn room. There's an invisible wall blocking any sorts of damage, which is honestly a good thing, because if you could take damage, there would be probably a lot of complaints on Sawmill. I didn't show this spot right here. You can stand both on blue side and red side. You can stand on the fence here if you really want to. This is a great spot for spy, because you can easily decloak here, so no one can see the you can undisguise here, and no one can have the spawn room or the spawning in wall hacks that they have. And then some stupid sniper would walk out, be like, "Oh, safe mate, yeah, nah." And then once they come out, they're dead. Great spot. I use this often as spy, and I use it often as scout. Another harder spot is up there. This one is very finicky, because it may look like I just did it with ease, but you have to be very... You can't really hold W on here when you're jumping onto it, otherwise you would just slide off like that. You have to back it up in sort of a only sideways strafe direction, and that way you don't really fall over. But it's not really a useful spot. But you can get up here, which I like. You can get up here, which is also the same thing as doing onto that one. And you can look over there, throw a cleave at some guy. You'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, where did that come from?" And then you just run away. Stand on this fence here too. Get an even better angle maybe. If you want to taunt a guy, you can stand up here, look for the window, laugh at him that you're flying. It's great. Basically in the same, for both teams, I mean. There's nothing really in the intel. It just doesn't go without, this is not really much of a surprise, I mean. Because intel room is honestly just boring. You can stand on the vault if you really wanted to, but I don't think that's that much of a use unless you're playing like engineer or something. No way you can get on this fence. Not even the post, I'm pretty sure. They are both just put brushes on them. Which is kind of a bummer. There's another jump here that I like to do. You wouldn't easily get to that as just double jump scout. If you fun jump up here, you can gain the high ground pretty easily and annoy that pesky soldier that keeps bugging you right up here. You can jump to here. You can easily just double jump up here, but if you want to do it with style and have a lot more airtime to see what's over here, you can use a fun jump. Try it up here. It's not possible, sadly. It'll be a great vantage spot, but for both teams, you can't get up here, which is a bummer nonetheless. But yeah, no way you can get onto the pillars up there. There's an invisible wall. There's a good hiding spot down here. Good for spy, I guess, but even then, you should probably just be like right here, stalking people with spy, or be up here as spy. Well, in fact, you shouldn't really be anywhere spy in the middle. You should be more on the outside areas. It's a lot more wide and open. Because spy is usually surprisingly better in wide and open spaces than short and closed spaces, because there's less spots for them to run away. There's another jump you can do. You can stand up in these if you really wanted to. You can gain some high ground there. Jump onto that side, go onto the top of the basketball hoop. You can wait for some idiot to go through and dunk him. Same for the other side. Jump into here, jump on that side. Basic jumps, honestly. You can also do the jump onto there, on the blue side too. I think it's a bit easier honestly, sometimes. Maybe it's a bit harder, I don't know. But you can stand up here. And that brings me on to one of the finalist jumps. Is up here. If you get onto here, if I can jump straight, and jump up here, for a cleaver fruit. For a cleaver fruit. About that angle, get some lowery soul that's just walking past. And then you can not kill him because no one should be walking with under 90 health around here anyways. But I mean, if they are, you can do a funny kill on them and you can laugh through them at the window. You can do the same thing on the red side. As you can see, they got a window up there. It's the exact same thing. Just fawn jump onto that little bit over there, and you fawn jump up to them. Really easy to do. That's basically almost everything. But I will show you one more thing. You can stand on these saws. I'm gonna obviously hurt myself to make sure I don't die instantly. The saws do 5,000 damage, which, I mean, you're not gonna have that kind of health in a regular game, but it's good for me because I don't die instantly when I do hurt them. If you, I can show you if you can time a jump correctly, you can sort of just stand on it without getting sword. I'm not the best example for it though. It's around the tip of the sword, that's the sweet spot. You just like, what you gotta do is you gotta imagine the sword as a square. So it'll be like squared. So there'll be like a certain spot where the actual kill box of the square is like slightly smaller to the actual hitbox. If that makes sense. For some reason it is that way. It's probably just faulty design. Yeah, if you can stand up there, you can taunt. And if you really wanted to, you just can. It's a very, very tip of it that makes it like that. You can jump on it and you can die. That's it. If you really wanted to do that, you could. It's kind of funny to do it, I guess. After you get like a backstab, you can jump into the saw and die instantly because you messed up the jump. But there is actually apparently a trick stab someone did off the saw. You can imagine it was very, very lucky that it happened, because they probably did not mean to. Well, they meant to do it obviously, but they didn't think it would actually happen. At least I think they probably wouldn't, because if I tried to do a trick stab off it, it would just never happen. It seems like the red side of this you can't really stand on, but you can still do that same little blip in the corner here on the red side. It just doesn't have a standing spot above. So, blue better than red? Question mark? But yeah, you can still come up here, stand up here. I don't really know why Sawmill has a lot of these spots where you can stand and not stand, but then again a lot of maps do that. But honestly I like how it has a lot of those. There's a lot of high ground and a lot of low ground in Sawmill. It makes that to be one of my favorite maps in the game. It's very scenic too. I love the waterfall and I love the rain noise that happen. But yeah, seeing the blue spot, you can stand up here and you can throw a cleaver, double tap them, and leave. And then if it gets too dangerous up here, jump up here, and be even safer, probably, unless a soldier sees you, where you can just kind of shoot at the thing under you, if he's smart enough to not direct you. It's basically all of them, at least. Can't go into the waterfall. It's been debunked years ago. You can stand on this thing, if you really wanted to. can't really get any height. You can do it as pyro, I guess, if you wanted to like do a air like pyro shark move. But yeah, nah. But no, great map. I love Sawmill. You can also do a few Boston Basher jumps onto it. Like this one, you can actually get up here in one jump if you really wanted to. Very finicky though, but you can do it. Boston Basher jumps are very, very weird. You gotta jump, crouch, and swing, but all in like the span of a millisecond, whilst not being at the same time. If that makes sense. Like that. Don't know why you would do this, because it's not very safe. Where you can just get a winger and do the same jump up here, or you can just use a force of nature. But if you got a medic and you're using regular scattergun and you want a Boston Basher jump up there, by all means you can. Some people can get really good at Boston Basher jumping. I hope to eventually. It's just Boston Basher jumping is so. It's like it's way too. The word unresponsive, I guess. The stuff doesn't happen as much as it needs to. It's just like it either happens or it doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen, it's like a big issue because you just use like 50 health. And for a lightweight class like Scout, that is very important. Maybe for Soldier or Heavy or Demo Man, that's not that bad, but for Scout, that's 75 health. He can die from one rocket, one pill, 1 second of fire damage, half a second of rev ups heavy damage, close range. Die from a lot of stuff. I mean, sure, you can use your speed, but you can't dodge everything. So, you know. It's usually best just to not try too many Boston Basher jumps unless you know that it's certain it's gonna work. Like this one is great. Or clearing these sort of spots is great. I can show you an example. Say, actually, I'll show you from the other side because that's a lot more safer. Because if you're going to the health pack, you're gonna be healed up anyways. So you don't have a force of nature or something and you're using a scattergun. You can do that. Instead of just taking the stairs, I know. The cool way of doing it, at least. So you come up here. Just clear it like that. Grab the pack. And be on your merry way. Honestly, I don't know why you just don't take the stairs. Maybe in a Koth Sawmill, you could. But in CTF Sawmill, it's just not needed. Like, yeah, you made it to the health pack, and yeah, you're fully healed again, but you could just take the stairs. You're going up there anyways, you're not going to be coming here for anyone in particular, and even if you are, they probably would be already taking the health pack. So just take the stairs. Honestly, you just throw a cleaver at them, pick them off with a pistol, and then when they're low, run up them with the scattergun, and they're dead. That easy. But yeah, that's basically it. Almost all the jumps that I know, at least. I want to get a few more. I want to find a few more jumps, but honestly, Sawmill being Sawmill, it's a great map. It has a lot of jumps, but like, once you find all the jumps, there's just no more jumps. I mean, that goes without saying for anything. I guess once you find everything in something, there's eventually gonna be nothing of it left. But like, seriously, there's just nothing for it left. I know this video is probably like 10 minutes long, but Sawmill is just it's a great map, honestly. I love this map, but it can easily get bland. It can easily get bland because of all the. It's just the same thing on two sides. There's almost nothing different apart from, you know, different stuff or different looks. I guess this part is different, but when does anyone really ever come here? Usually the only time they come here is when they go into here to jump up here, then jump up here. Or grab the health pack. No one ever really looks around here. Like, there is certain stuff you can just stand on here for no reason. It's good for trick stabs, I guess, but you'll probably just hit your head in the thing above. You're better off just running above them anyways. Or just going up the stairs here and then trick stopping off this. I don't know why you just don't do that. And then for the waterfall part, there's just almost nothing here. It's just logs and a waterfall. The cave has literally nothing. Stand on this barrel, trick stuff off that if you really wanted to. But then again, no one will really chase you into here. And it's just a bad spot to be in there anyways because, well, you can easily get sandwiched. If a guy goes there and a guy goes there. You're better off just not going to the cave ever, unless you're hiding with cloak and dagger. It's better off to just jump onto the planks here, and then just trick stab off that. But, yeah, no. This is not a spy video, this is a scout video anyway, so who cares about spy? That's just some of the cool spots I know. There's probably more, but I don't know. And I would be surprised if there's more than like 2. Because, like I said, really Sawmill just has nothing once you found everything. Yeah. It's Sawmill, you know. It's a map you go to see the funny saws, and then after 30 minutes of playing it, everyone becomes friendly. They go into this exact room, they make dispensers and teleporters over everyone here. The heavy is dancing and everything, and you watch 500 people jump into the saw and die. That's it. That's literally all that happens in Sawmill. So, I mean, if this video was helpful in any way, I guess you can like, but I don't care. Bye.